Welcome, SAO survivors. Welcome to my swivelly chair. This week we have the new Scherzo of Deep Night trailer straight from Japan, which was later showcased at Anime Expo. We got a whole lot of reveals for Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris, including it coming to Nintendo Switch with a little asterisk on top that we haven't yet quite figured out. A new SAO story, side story potentially, coming soon. And a more or less completely eventless Anime Expo despite all the expectations. Welcome to This Week in SAO for all your weekly SAO news. Going with the agenda, of course, we're starting with the anime news. Sword Art Online Progressive Scherzo of Deep Night has received its first trailer. It was still a short one. It's double the size of the previous teaser we had gotten, so it is something, but it was still quite a short one, a 40-second trailer. This time we have received a bunch of Floor 5 scenes to go along with it, compared to that teaser, which was complete Floor 4 content. Sadly, this being a short trailer, there was no theme song reveal, which was leaked to be Shinzo by Aoi Air earlier last week. We still don't have a single look at that song. And of course, sometime later this week, potentially gonna be Friday, I will be sharing my explained video on this trailer. I was gonna do it last weekend, but I was not particularly in the mood for it. So it's gonna have to be this week, and it's gonna be probably Friday. So look forward to it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. Of course, it's gonna be spoilery content, considering it's an explained video. But if you're looking for something less spoilery, more of an overview of what to expect in Scherzo of Deep Night, at SAO Wikia we have published our introduction to Scherzo of Deep Night. So if you're looking for that brief overview, you know, shallow, just approximately what to expect without spoilers, you can go ahead and check that out. The icon on the top right corner, that is my left still, is going to take you to that video if you're interested. On the topic of Scherzo of Deep Night, the soundtrack was listed for a September 9 release. Now it has been officially confirmed by the official SAO account on Twitter that it is indeed going to be released on September 9, one day before the movie officially airs in Japan, so do look forward to it. Now, if you've been following the channel since last week's TWiS, I promised to have a TWiS special on Friday, or rather Saturday for me due to time differences, for the Anime Expo event where we were expecting a whole bunch of news. Sadly, we have gotten absolutely none. Anime Expo this year was incredibly eventless. It was just a kind of a look back at the past of the series with the English dub voice actors. Still, when we look at the previous SAO Anime Expo stages, this was quite a lackluster one. No bloopers. The Scherzo trailer was the exact same. Japan aired about 9-10 hours ago. We had already subtitled it at that point, so we were expecting a longer version of the trailer at Anime Expo given the circumstances. Didn't happen. Same 40-second trailer. We were, well, not just we, you know, all of you are still waiting for that Aria of a Starless Night Blu-ray release for the US and the rest of the world. No news on that either, so it was absolutely newsless Anime Expo. If you stayed late, if you were living in Europe or Asia, sorry. Sorry, that's all I can say. We all stayed up late in hopes of some news. None of us got anything. The one thing we got, if you can consider it a thing, the fan voting for their favorite episodes. The top 3 results for the American/global audience were listed as such. And on the Japanese side, the voting has concluded a long time ago. They shared top 20 to top 11, and the results are as follows. The rest of these are going to be shared in the upcoming weeks, so 10 to 1st are going to come for next week's TWiS if you're interested. Now, the SAO Full Dive event that's going to take place in Japan on November 10th, the release date of Sword Art Online, the game in universe. We still don't exactly know what kind of an event it's supposed to be, but we have learned that Reki will be writing a new story. They only said story. It's likely going to be a short side story. Don't expect anything else. Will be revealed at the event with songs and readings from the cast, of course, so look forward to that new story, as we look forward to every single new story from Reki. They are always lovely, especially some character-specific side stories. But with that, we'll be moving over to Alicization Lycoris news, because thank God we finally have something. Now the second paid DLC has been finally revealed, Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris Matricaria. We had the new key visual featuring the new character as well as Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh! Alice as the roulette trio. On one side we have Asuna, on the other side we have Cardinal. We had a scene preview that we have translated as SAO Wikia. We had a trailer, a teaser trailer, that we have also translated at SAO Wikia, all of which you can find the links for in the description if you're interested. And of course, for more in-depth news, I'm just gonna go over them quite briefly in this one because we had a TWiS special for Alicization Lycoris earlier this week. You know, you can click on the top right icon to watch that instead if you're looking for more in-depth information. But again, going through briefly, the DLC is now expected to come in summer 2022, delayed from its spring 2022 once spring was actually over. That's when they delayed it. The story is going to be taking place 100 days before the beginning of the final stress test, where just all hell breaks loose during a meeting that was supposed to get them prepared for the final stress test. So we have some other event happening before the actual catastrophe situation. We were expecting this to take place in the final stress test as a smaller War of Honor, a Battle of Underworld, but it looks like that is not happening. We're getting a new character. Bandai Namco seems to have translated it as Rogu, which is quite weird. They are literally just bringing the pronunciation into English, which I don't think it fits. This is the one time you should be localizing the name. But we translated it as Log because a common theory, even among the Japanese, is that this person is going to be the embodiment of Giga Cedar itself. This person has memories of Kirito, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Alice as their kid versions, so that only brings more credibility to that theory, but we'll have to wait and see. Along with the new character Log, we are getting a new weapon type. It is Shield Axe. It is only going to be usable by Log himself as well as your Kirito as the customizable Kirito that he is. As an additional piece of news, Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris is indeed coming over to Nintendo Switch. Now that news has an asterisk on top of it because it is getting released on Nintendo Switch. You know, Hollow Realization had its issues with the Switch, and Alicization Lycoris even has issues on the base console, so PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, that it is coming to Switch with some interesting circumstances. The base game is included, the Ancient Apostles 1 to 4 are included in this release. Nothing else had any sort of mention. That is really weird because that means it is not including the first paid DLC, it is not including the second set of Ancient Apostles, which were the free updates, you know, 5 to 8 with Asuna, Lifa, Lisbeth, and Ronya, and nothing was mentioned about the upcoming second paid DLC, Matricaria, you know. When you release something on a platform, you expect some sort of a parity with the other platforms. I know Switch usually ends up being the exception on this front, but it doesn't change the fact that it is still kind of disappointing and confusing. Is Switch going to get this content in the future, or is it just gonna call it a day there? Because it is weird. We'll have to wait and see as to what happens with that, but hey, they have given us a brand new key visual for the Switch release as well. I really love that one, it is quite cool, so that's what we got right now. Sword Art Online Integral Factor, which means I am going over to my list. There is a holiday campaign mod step up order, which I believe there was last week as well. Reminder for your 4-star guaranteed free 11 pool order. There's an Undead Assault event for XP, gems, and more rewards if you're interested. There is the Watermelon Panic as well as the Cave Exploration summer events are returning to the game from previous years. There is the Summer Dress Order featuring Sachi, Lifa, Yuki, and a Koharu unit. A build-up equipment with Lisbeth event, and weekly guaranteed order are bows. So if you're using bows or you want to give them over to Koharu, try it out and get yourself a guaranteed bow. Unleash Blading was more full of news this time around, mainly because we had the new stream outlining the new upcoming season, which we're in right now. Summer season has begun. We have a new season pass track and a premium pass track for 300 cubes as usual to create more cube bottlenecks. Shilika and Klein are the returning characters on that premium pass, whereas the normal track is going to be giving you Imaginariums for them. There's an Asuna home illustration in the premium track as well, which looks beautiful, but you can't take it anywhere else, as is the case with every single image on the game. So again, your favorite data miners are your best bet to use the image elsewhere. This season's character is the swimsuit Yuki, among other rewards. Plenty of them are there. You can just check them out here or just log into the game and check your pass. There are the usual rewards otherwise. New Wind Edith unit is here with her new story outfit. That's the outfit she's gonna be wearing in the Black Emperor's storyline. And she is of course matching the new ranking event that is currently available. If you want to perform well, you gotta whale, so good paying, not good luck, good paying. And of course, with this being the outline for the upcoming season, there is a bit more. You can check the Twitter thread in the description from the official account. That's all for this week in SAO. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like. If you have any questions, now ask them in the comments and I'll be answering as usual. Of course, for the fastest news possible, follow me on Facebook and particularly Twitter. Thank you very much to all my patrons and channel members as usual, and I will see you all Friday with that trailer explained video. Until then, stay cool.